will be discussing about how teachers deserve higher compensation. We've all had good teachers and bad teachers during the time as a student. As Alberto and Michelle state, for the Economic Policy Institute, that effective teachers are the most important school-based determinant of a student's educational performance. The good teachers have an uncanny ability to understand the different learning styles of each student and differentiate their teaching to the student. Good teachers inspire students to learn. Bad teachers tend to lecture, test, and grade. Bad teachers are more concerned with measuring the student's ability than actually teaching and inspiring the students to learn. And here's a picture of a daycare I used to work at, and within the picture there is students that I used to work with. I have been a mentor, a teacher, and a leader of students for the last 4 years. I have worked with children as young as 1 year old and have mentored students at the high school level. I'm an elementary education major and have done plenty of research on teaching profession and education system in the United States. Some reasons why you should listen to my speech is, education is the future for our country. It directly correlates with the success of our economy and the success of our nation. We must ensure that our education system is protected, and that starts with protecting the number one asset of the education system, and that's the quality of our teachers. Teacher compensation in the United States does not reflect the importance of the job or demand for quality candidates. Teachers should be compensated adequately for the job that they do, not only the positive impact they provide for their students, but on the nation. Let's look at 3 reasons that teacher compensation should be adjusted. The demand for quality teacher greatly outweighs the supplies. Teacher compensation has not kept up with the increases that other similar professions have seen. Teachers often outperform what they are contractually paid to do. Let me start by telling you that we are at crossroads in the United States when it comes to having qualified candidates for the teaching positions. Point 1. The demand for qualified teacher greatly outweighs the supplies. Teacher salaries do not reflect this. Every state had a teacher shortage going into 2017 to 2018 school year. Typically, when there is a profession that is in high demand with low supply, you would see salaries go up. That is not the case for teachers, as their compensation is determined by school districts who receive much of their funding from federal and state governments. Until federal and state governments allocate more funding and realize how crucial our education system is, there will be a problem. A 2016 report stated that teacher education enrollment dropped from 691,000 to 451,000, a 35% reduction between 2009 to 2014, stated by Strauss. In several states, schools are hiring teachers without formal training. Not only college students are not entering the teaching profession, many are leaving for jobs outside of teaching that require similar skills because they can make much more money. Point 2. Teachers are not paid accordingly with other professions. College graduates in similar professions make much more money than teachers. These teachers can leave their teaching jobs or go into another profession and make much more money. Recent estimates show that teachers are paid 22% less than they would if they were in jobs in the U.S. economy outside of teaching, Hackshaw said. The other disadvantage that teachers have is that they often receive pay increases based on tenure or additional education. Those 2 factors do not necessarily make you a better teacher. To ensure that schools can recruit and retain their best educators, they need to ensure that they have competitive compensation as compared to other professions recruiting similar candidates. I can already hear what people might say about these arguments. They get their summers off, they only work about 7 to 8 hours per day, they don't have to work weekends or nights. Well, that's far from the truth. Point 3. Quality teachers often outperform their job requirements, especially in terms that the time they put in. It is true, many teachers are under contract to work a certain number of hours per week. That includes instructional and prep hours. A study performed by the National Center of Education Statistics reports that on average, teachers work 52.2 hours per week. This time includes coming in early before school or staying later after school to assist a student that may need extra help. This includes grading papers in the evening or lesson preparation for the next day. Many teachers might attend athletic events, band concerts, choir concert, extracurricular activities that students are involved in because they understand the importance of a relationship with the students and value those relationships. Many teachers also need to teach summer classes, which typically does not come in the form of a significant compensation. Not only would teachers benefit from increased pay, but so would the student as well as our economy, which would have better skilled and educated people entering the workforce. There is a lack of quality teachers. Much of this is due to low pay, especially when compared to similar jobs outside of teaching. These teachers work just as hard as other professions and have similar, if not more, training. If we want to make sure that the students in the United States are better prepared to enter the workforce, we need to invest in our teachers. We need to ensure that we are paying them with the value they bring. I hope this provides you with more insight on the value that teachers bring to our society. And do you agree that we should ensure that we have quality teachers in our schools? Thank you.